Hello everyone! What if you could take any printed image and blend it right into any surface of your choice, whatever you want? That's the magic of photo transfer. And today I'll show you a few fun and easy ways to make it happen. We'll start with the basics and end with something a little magical. So if you stick around, I'll show you a method I developed myself. It's a little different, a little unexpected, so let's do it. Let's make something artistic. Let's start with one of the easiest methods, inkjet transfer. If you have a home printer, this is the best place to begin. There are lots of ways to lift the ink from an inkjet print and transfer it to a new surface, but today we will focus on just one simple and easy technique.
This inkjet transfer method works on many different surfaces, like different papers such as watercolor or cardstock paper. It works great on wood. It's very easy to transfer to canvas. And you can even transfer to glass. But today we're actually going to transfer to 5x7 metal panel. For this transfer method, we're going to use matte medium, but you can also use any gel medium or even glue. This time I'm going to transfer a black and white photo since it's going to look really nice on metal. But you can of course transfer a color photo if you wish. Spread a nice amount of the medium on the surface and make sure you cover it well. It's also a good idea to coat the print itself with the medium, but do it lightly so it doesn't smudge the ink. Now place the photo face down onto the metal surface. You can also use a card to lightly press it down. And let it dry for a few minutes. Start at the corner, rub and remove the top paper. Be gentle so you don't remove the image. At this point, let the transfer completely dry for about an hour. When it's dry, apply clean water to the back of the transfer. And now continue rubbing and removing the paper. The paper should come off easily. You can also use a soft sponge to help you remove the paper. I have to say it looks really beautiful. It has this nice silvery shine. And it's always a good idea to protect the final transfer with a sealer.
So this was the inkjet transfer. It's definitely not a difficult method to do, and I'm sure it looks quite easy when I do it. But for most people it takes a few tries to get it right. So don't feel bad if the first few transfers don't come out exactly the way you want it. Just keep trying and eventually you'll get it right. It's really not that difficult to do. And before we go on to the second transfer method, I just wanted to mention that if you like this process, you're going to love my book, the new mixed media photography book. It's available on Amazon, so make sure you check it out soon. And if you're interested in the digital PDF version, the ebook is available on my website, nitsacreativestudio.com. So see you there. Thank you. If you want cleaner lines and bolder images, laser transfers are a great option. Similar to inkjet transfer, there are also many ways to transfer laser printed images. But again, today we'll just focus on one method, one easy method.
And again, we will use matte medium in order to transfer the image to our surface. Also, transferring a laser image works on many different surfaces. And we will transfer onto this nice craft wood. We need to print a mirror image of our photo on standard copy paper. And by the way, you can also use a toner-based photocopy from your local copy center. And before we begin the transfer, I'm going to coat the wood with a thin layer of white paint, since it will help make the final transfer a little brighter. Next, I'm going to coat the wood surface with a good amount of the matte medium. It's important to cover every inch of the surface because areas that don't have enough medium simply won't transfer. Now I take my laser printed photo and place it face down onto the wet medium. And I press it down with my fingers. It's also a good idea to use an old card to smooth the photo down and remove any air bubbles. And now I'm going to let it dry a little, but only for about 2 to 3 minutes. When the transfer had dried a little, it's time to remove the back of the paper. I'm going to start from the edge and remove the paper, and I'm careful to not remove the image itself. I like it when the paper comes off in one piece like this. Next, I'm going to use a brush to apply clean water to the back of the transfer. And I'm going to use a sponge to remove the rest of the paper. And again, I'm doing it very lightly, being careful to not remove the image. And I'm not sure why, but when I transfer with matte medium, it's just so easy to remove the paper. So now when all the paper is removed, we can see we got a very clear photo transfer.
I usually prefer laser transfers over the ones made from an inkjet printer, mainly because they're more archival and the ink doesn't smudge when it comes in contact with water or any other wet medium. And speaking of laser transfers, at the end of the video I will show you how to add some color to a black and white laser photo transfer. And I just got something in the mail that is perfect for adding a little color. So stay tuned to see how it works. Now this process is really close to my heart. In 2019 I developed a method using a gel plate to transfer laser prints. It's a beautiful process and it creates really beautiful monoprints and the textures are just amazing.
So first we're going to print our photo with a laser printer on standard copy paper. Okay, our photo is ready now to be transferred. And for this transfer method, we're going to use a gel plate, some heavy body acrylic paint, a brayer, and tissue paper. We are going to use the brayer to lay the paint over the gel plate. We're gonna spread it smoothly and evenly. Now we place our photo face down onto the wet paint and lightly press it down. And we got a good impression of the photo in the paint. And while the paint is still wet, we're going to place the tissue paper over the gel plate and use a clean brayer or a burn to firmly burnish the back. This will lift the image from the plate and onto the tissue paper. If you want to dive deeper and learn how to transfer your own photos, check out the gel printing section in my latest book. And now we're going to coat a pre-made collage on wood with matte medium and mount our transferred photo on tissue over the collage background.
This transfer process is definitely more challenging. It takes time and practice to get it right. It even took me over a month to develop it. But once you get the hang of it, it's super addicting, so much fun to do, and it yields such beautiful results. As promised earlier, I'm quickly going to show you how to add color to your black and white transfer.
Luckily, I received these interesting looking jelly acrylic paints from Himi. I pretty much got an early access to these new paints. And I think they came just in time. It will be quite intriguing to give them a try, paint a photo transfer, and see how they work. I have to say, I've never seen paints that are so thick and creamy. I've never used this type of paints before, so it's really an interesting, definitely different painting experience. The only problem is that I feel like I'm not getting the full benefit of this paint since I'm painting on a thin paper. And it's obviously the wrong paper to use for such thick paints. I will have to give it another try soon. Maybe even test it with a gel plate photo transfer. But anyways, if any of you would like to get these unique paints, they are available on Amazon. I'll have a link below this video along with a discount code so you can purchase them if you want and also get a little discount. I definitely recommend these paints. I'm really enjoying them.
So as we saw today, photo transfer are not just a technique, it's basically a tool in your art box. And once you get the hang of it, it opens up a whole new world of artistic possibilities. Isn't that great? So if you're curious to dive deeper, I have many different image transfer tutorials right here on my channel and many more in my book. Thank you so much for watching, for commenting, for sharing, and most of all, thank you for your time. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Laser transfer photo. Laser photo transfer. That was not easy to say, but I did. Don't forget to get the book. Yeah, don't forget. Let's start all over again. Okay? All right. I think that worked. Let's check it out. What if you could do that? Begin. Okay, last time. Thank you for watching the bloopers. Bye. See you next time.